Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 360 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. I hope you guys are doing something fun today, regardless of what day it is that you're listening to this. Why do we think we can't do something fun on a Tuesday? I told Eric, my husband, the other day that Molly, my little sister, and her husband, Justin, were having a date night. And he said, on a Wednesday? And I laughed and I said, yes, on a Wednesday. What's wrong with that? And he laughed a little bit and he said, you're right. And then we proceeded to also have a date night on that Wednesday because fun doesn't have to be reserved for the weekend. We need to all never forget that. Okay. So how many of you have ever justified your way out of doing something you told yourself you were going to do? Maybe you want something really bad, but you don't do what it takes to get it, even though you tell yourself that you will. So, for instance, you make this goal to go to the gym, but then when it comes time to go to the gym, your brain gives you 10 different reasons why it's okay that you don't. And so you don't. We're masters at that, aren't we? And we'll do it for anything, big things and small things. My trainer, Kevin, and I were having a conversation about zone 2 training. It's becoming all the rage. But because it's the fat burning zone, it's the one you want to be working out in most. And I told him that I love my runs, but I'm in zone 4 and 5 every single time, which is the sugar burning zone. And that's no matter how slow I run. And he said, yeah, I've been telling you for a while you need to slow down and even walk if that's what it takes. And right now, that is what it takes for me to be in zone 2. I literally have to walk. I know this because I wear my whoop strap and it tells me the zones that I'm in. Now, I like to feel like an athlete. I like to consider myself an athlete, and walking for exercise does not make me feel like an athlete. It makes me feel old. And I told Kevin that, and he quickly said, that is a problem in your head, not for real. And I need to work on that thought, which I have been doing, and I agree with him. So, all right. So I told him during that Monday workout that I was going to walk 5 miles the next day on Tuesday, and we'll see how my zones go. So I woke up that morning and I went ahead and immediately started my walk. I decided to do it first thing before I had coffee or breakfast, and also before I got my little Yorkie up because she likes to sleep in. So as I'm walking, I'm really enjoying it, but I noticed that my brain is throwing me all these thoughts like, oh, I haven't had my coffee, or I haven't had my breakfast, and what if Kinsey wants to get up earlier today? Or maybe I'll just go 3 miles instead of 5. I mean, I want to have coffee with my friend later and I need to have time to shower. These are all these thoughts that are running through my head that I'm not really aware of yet. And I think, oh, another thought came through and it said, I can go 5 another day. I mean, I didn't really tell Kevin that this was the only day I could do 5. I didn't necessarily mean today. I literally was convincing myself it's okay not to go 5 miles, even though I told my trainer I would, and I told myself that I would. And I was pretty convincing too. But then once I came to my senses and I noticed what was going on, I said, wait a minute. This is not who I want to become. I am working on Heidi 2.0, and that version of me would not allow that kind of self-talk to continue. It literally took me becoming aware that I was even having those thoughts to put a hard stop to them. That's why it's so important to remember you are not your thoughts. We have so many thoughts throughout the day that we aren't even aware of. And those thoughts, the ones we aren't aware of, they're the ones that make you sleep in, eat bad, drink too much, skip the gym, veg out on social media, go 3 miles instead of 5. They're the ones that keep you from doing the things you'll say you'll do. And when you don't do the things you say you will, you lose a little more respect for yourself each time. So fortunately, I woke up and I realized what was going on, and I sort of was able to laugh it off and acknowledge, okay, good try, but that's not how it's going today, brain. So what do you think? Did I do 5 miles or did I do 3? You better believe I went 5, because if I justify lying to myself, I lose respect for any of the goals I set, because I know if my brain throws me excuses, which it's going to do every single time, I'll fall for them. And the more I fall for them, the harder it gets to get what I want. It all has to start in our mind. It has to start with becoming aware of those thoughts that sabotage our goals. We all have them. The people that work out regularly or eat healthy consistently or have beautiful relationships, they all have thoughts that could easily sabotage those things. But they just stop those thoughts before they turn into an action. That's the key. Stop the thought before it turns into an action. But in order to do that, you have to be aware of the thought in the first place. A good way that I have found to do that, one way, is to know up front you're going to have those thoughts. And then when they pop up and you can be aware of them because you're like, oh, I knew that was going to pop up. And then you kind of laugh it off. But I'll tell you this, the biggest thing that has helped me be aware of my thoughts is my daily meditation. And it's just 10 minutes. And I'm currently using the Calm app where I use Jeff Warren's daily meditation, which makes it kind of fun and a lot easier because he guides you through it. But meditation is one of the biggest things that has helped me become really aware of each thought that's going through my head. Because our brain wants to take the easy route. That's just how it is. But you control your brain. And the easy route is not where the good stuff is. You aren't your thoughts. If you were, you would never leave the bed. You know I'm right. You have to take charge of where your life is going, and it all starts with your mindset. If your mindset gets better, your life will get so much better. Everything you do will get better. And that starts with trusting you. And you can't do that if you tell yourself you'll do something and then don't do it all the time. My challenge to you today is to notice at least one time when your brain is throwing you thoughts that conflict with the goal you're trying to reach. Whatever it is, notice it. And then let your brain know you're aware of it and you're in charge. So thank you, but we're staying the course. It's super empowering to realize you don't have to listen or believe or follow every random thought you have. In fact, the more intentional you are, the better your life will be. Share this with 3 intentional people today. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.